Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff, and with me, as always, is the Quiz King himself. His name is Jacoby, aka Koby. Welcome to the show, Koby.
Hello, I like Quiz King. I like that for this Anime Ricochet podcast that we're doing.
Yeah, you won't stop talking and bragging about how you're the Quiz King. Anyways,
I do say that all the time.
this is Anime Ricochet, the podcast where two dudes who know nothing about sports talk about sports anime, and we are joined by another dude who has his own anime podcast called Anime Dumpster Dive. His name is Jake. Welcome to the show, Jake.
Thanks for having me, Jeff. And Kobe.
Hey,
Sorry, I was focusing really hard on trying to answer quickly because that's the point of Quiz King.
And let me ask you guys a question, okay? And whoever buzzes in and gives me the correct answer first is the new Quiz King.
got
Do
it.
we yell buzz or do we just answer?
I said we probably have to yell buzz.
You know how to buzz.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Mondai. In Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, who plays the Joker?
Buzz.
Buzz.
Heath Ledger.
All right, Kobe, you're the Quiz King again.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I'm the
I should have buzzed when he said Dark Knight and then kind of just
Just throwing out
figure
a
out the rest of the question.
because you have all the time. Because everyone knows once you go in your head, 10 seconds or 5 seconds is actually like 30 minutes.
That's right. And if you didn't guess it by now, the sport, quote unquote, that we are discussing, or at least the sport that the anime we're discussing is involved with, is Quiz Bowl. And yes, it involves kind of like those pub quiz style questions, but there's a competitive element to it, which makes it a sport. Which means, I guess, anything with a competitive element is a sport, which means will we eventually review Food Wars on Anime Ricochet? Maybe. But anyways, that's the anime. Or that's the sport. And the anime in question is called Fastest Finger First, or Nanamaru Sanbatsu, if you're a
Nice.
weeb. So yeah, let's just, talk. We'll talk a little bit about the background of the show, and then we'll do our quick reviews, and then let's jump right into spoiler section. How does that sound to you guys?
I like it. As Quiz Bowl King, I support this.
Okay, so Nanamaru Sanbatsu is an anime based off the manga of the same name. The manga began publishing in November 4th, 2010, and is still ongoing. It's serialized in the Young Ace magazine. The anime premiered in the summer of 2017 with 12 episodes, produced by Toei Video, Interbrain, and Nippon Television Network. And the studio that did it was TMS Entertainment. You might know them from such hits as Megalobox, Detective Conan,
I know that.
Yowamushi Pedal,
Ooh.
Yeah, we did Yowamushi Pedal, and Fruits Basket, which is an anime airing right now.
So
I think
the new Fruits Basket, not like the old Fruits Basket?
I didn't even know there was an old one, but yeah, the new one, 2019, it says.
Huh.
Oh, cool.
Oh, and I guess they're doing Dr. Stone, which is coming out in the summer, I believe. I read some of the manga chapters of that. It was okay.
What's Dr. Stone?
I've seen a lot of ads for it, but I have no idea what it even is about.
Is he a rock doctor?
Yeah, that's it. You got it, Kobe. You don't even have to watch it.
Nice. I know the whole premise. Because
Yeah.
I guess the twist at the end is that he's a rock.
Wait, is he a doctor made of rock, or is he a doctor that specializes in taking care of rocks?
Yes, you got it too, Jake.
Oh.
Well, that's pretty much it. The studio is pretty well known, I guess. And the anime itself, though, is fairly obscure, according to my anime list, at least. And I've never heard of this show before. Have you guys heard of this?
Nope.
I have seen the first Zentai Ryoki scene where she quizzes him about it at the subway station.
Oh, okay. So you've seen that particular scene? Is it?
I've seen that one scene
Oh, that's interesting.
because I am a huge fan of Zentai Ryoki. Absolute territory.
So how are you guys with quizzes? You like them? You hate them? Which one of you is a quiz dork?
I love quizzes. I love trivia nights so much. I'm not very good at them, except for, some pop culture references, but I love trivia. I have a simple dream, guys, just a simple one in life, is to be close enough to a group of friends where every week we can go to a trivia night at a cool bar. That's all I want in life, and make that like a normal every week thing. So that's my mission, to get to that one day. I love trivia and quizzes. So going into this, I was excited about like the trivia aspect of it, and then I was surprised by how how intricate, I guess, the format of Quiz Bowl is, where going into it, it's just like, oh, it's just answering questions really fast, but there's actually some type of strategy and skill and knowledge-based format to it, which was really cool. So, yes, I love trivia.
What about you, Jake? Do you like the trivias?
Clearly not as much as Kobe, but I do like trivia. Anytime I see like an absolutely like useless fact or just like something that's fun to like tell people, I store it in the bank just so that way I could bust it out later.
You could show it off.
Yeah, like exactly. I'm filled with those random facts, and I like that aspect of it.
Okay.
I do like the competitive of like trivia nights and stuff.
I guess I'm in the minority. Yeah, I'm in the minority here. I generally don't like trivia. I like trivia nights, but I do it more for the social aspect. I come and I answer a couple questions. Maybe I screw it up and I get some answers wrong, but I'm there mostly to have a beer, eat some bar food, and hang out with some friends. When it comes to actual like trivia games, I generally don't like them. I don't like the nature of either you know the answer or you don't. If it is a game night, I'm more in favor of the game where it's like, there's some strategy involved. And you just said there is some strategy and tactics involved in Quiz Bowl, but a big portion of it still is knowing a bunch of useless facts and knowing the answer to the question. So it's all about knowing the trivia answers first and then the strategy second, I feel like. So
that's the cool thing, I guess, about this one. It's like all these people know this stuff, but they just have to use their knowledge and use the tactics and strategy to make as many leaps as possible to say what is probably the right answer, what is or what's like correct, or what the rest of the question is in order to say it. Yeah, really, it seems like us three would make a perfect trivia team.
Yes, yeah, we got Kobe, pop culture, Jake, he's the otaku, and me, I'm the guy, I'm the wild card. All right, I get the questions that nobody else will get, and I just somehow have this knowledge in my head, or I'm just the useless guy that doesn't answer anything.
I want to break down in simpler terms what you just said. It's like Kobe, the pop culture, me, the obscure knowledge, and Jake, the obscure pop culture.
There we go.
There we go.
It's the perfect team.
Just don't, as long as we don't get tested on political geography in the early 1900s in the Middle East, then
yeah.
I think
we're
okay.
never gonna get. Who asks those questions anyways?
Psh, nerds, that's who.
Yeah. Okay, so a quick review time. All right, I'll go first. I think the show. Well, first of all, I think we should let our listeners know this is not a complete story. This is the anime of the type that is made to sell its manga. So it's a great introduction. It's like the free trial of Fastest Finger first. You're not going to get the complete arcs, but you're going to get a glimpse of maybe where these characters are going to go. And for what it is, I actually do like it. I think it serves as a great introduction to all these characters, and they all are good characters. And I was actually surprised at the variety of personalities we saw on the show and the different interconnecting relationships between them. You do have, kind of your typical sports anime archetypes, but I think they're done slightly differently to where they're unique enough for you to really be interested in them. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say is I do like it. I like the characters, and I'm curious to see where they go, but I don't think I like it enough to go into the manga or even care if there's a second season. That's my short review. Who wants to go next? Fastest Finger first.
Buzz.
I'll go next. Oh.
And I was gonna give Jake. I was gonna give it to Jake anyway. So go ahead, Jake.
Wow.
Oh, that's so kind of you. You are a benevolent quiz king.
Yep.
For me, I agree with what Jeff said. I definitely enjoyed myself while watching it. If not for I don't know. I thought a lot of the characters were pretty bland overall, but I did enjoy the scenarios they were in, and I just really, really fell in love with Quiz Bowl. Like whenever they were in a Quiz Bowl scenario, I just couldn't look away. But there was also certain parts where I felt unnecessary drama was added to the show, and it really just made it feel longer instead of being longer, if that makes any sense. Normally, after I see a season 1 like this, where it shows like some parts of like possible future storylines, I go, oh well, now I want to read the manga. With this one though, I was kind of like, well, if there's a season 2, I'll watch it. I won't look forward to a season 2. I'm not holding out for a season 2, but if there's a season 2, I'll watch it. But I'm probably not going to read the manga. But good season 1.
Okay. Are those your final thoughts, Counselor?
Yeah, those are my final thoughts.
There's counselors now?
It could be. I'm the king. I can make up whatever titles I want. What title do you want, Jeff?
I want to be Quiz King.
Well, can't have that one.
Oh. Usurper.
Quiz King 2?
Sure, you can be Quiz King 2.
Sweet.
And Jake is Counselor.
You guys are the royal couple.
Yes. Excuse me. Yeah, my thoughts, I would say, kind of combine elements of what both of you guys said. On one aspect, I really loved the Quiz Bowl element of it, where it really hit its stride, I think, when kind of later on, the character kind of comes in and kind of kind of messes up the style of Quiz Bowl with his own type of techniques and like underhanded play, and that really opens up what Quiz Bowl is all about and how you play and the rules for it. And that's already on top of the kind of intricate way and strategy to play Quiz Bowl to begin with. So I really love the Quiz Bowl element. But really, I agree with Jeff where I got really invested at the end of this season. Like I felt after seeing kind of like a wrap up montage of all these characters and where they ended up, it's just like, man, they're now this was a good introductory chapter to what I really want to see going forward for like all these characters. But I guess to get there for 12 episodes, it started off just like a little bit slow. And characters, they got to introduce so many of them that not all of them were super well defined. But overall, I think one of my favorite types of sports anime is the one where it's not really about the sport, it's about the main character finding something that they're passionate about and and kind of establishing friends along the way, something that I guess the same studio who did, it makes sense that Yowamushi Pedal did it because that's exactly the same thing, with the protagonist just really wanting friends. So I really like that element where this is kind of one kid's journey to kind of have friends and be accepted in a group and be like a part of something that he never thought that he could be good at. So for that element, I really liked it. So overall, I thought this was a solid anime, not one of my favorites, and I think I'll echo both of your statements where it's just like I like it, but not enough to seek out the manga, and I hope there's a season 2, but if there's not, then I'm happy with what we got.
Okay, with that out of the way, if you guys don't mind, I think it's time to enter spoilers section. So if you want to just skip this, there's going to be timestamps in the video description below. Otherwise, we will enter spoiler section in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh yeah.
All right, now
So different here.
I know, right?
It's different. It's dark. It's dingy. It's exciting.
Because we can talk
but
about
also,
anything.
We can. We don't even have to talk about this anime anymore. We could talk about Dr. Stone. You guys want to keep talking about Dr. Stone?
I already figured out the meaning. He's a rock doctor who
right.
learns
Who's
about
also a
rocks.
rock.
Who's also a rock. Yeah, so there's no need to talk about that.
You're right. Honestly, I don't know what to say about this show anymore. I feel like I've said all my thoughts. I guess I am curious. Jake, what were the dramatic moments, the artificial drama that you thought they added in to make things lengthier?
The brother character, like I liked it when he was doing crazy, like thinking outside the box to do Quiz Bowl stuff. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then it's like, oh, he's like this because he doesn't have any friends. I'm like, shut up. I don't care.
You didn't like that?
And then no, and then he's like, I'm gonna take away points from you. And then he's like, I don't care. You took away points from me. And he's like, it's like, oh, look, he's reminded about how he doesn't have friends. And I'm like, oh my god, I don't care. And then I also didn't care about her brother, the brothers.
So any
Man,
brothers
they just
in the
fell
show?
flat. The main girl's brother, like how he loved Quiz Bowl and like left it. At first, I didn't care, but I guess I started to when it was revealed that the club president was like his rival.
Yeah.
And I'm all about like upperclassmen having like a past in the sport, especially if they're really good at it. So I really like that. I really liked the club president, like in general.
Yeah, that's definitely one part of the plot I was looking forward to. Like that's a mystery that I want solved. I want to know exactly what happened between Sasajima, which is the club president, and Fukari, I think her name is. Fukari's brother. I think I know, or her name is Fukami, actually. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think I know, like what happened. Probably Fukami's brother just got his ass beat so much by Sasajima. He's like, I can never beat you, Sasajima. And then Sasajima's like, oh, no. And I gotta quit now and leave the school because I made Fukami quit.
So angry about it because I kept beating him. Yeah.
And then he had to make his own team because he still loves it. And maybe he wants Fukami to come back. And I don't know. I like the potential for that story. And
See,
that's.
I do
yeah,
too.
sorry,
I do too. But I just wish more of that was kind of in this first season instead of being introduced at the end. Because you're right, with the brother became more interesting once you found out his rivalry with Sasajima. Because overall the show is about rivalries. There's a great line in that kind of the first few episodes. It's like he's not your enemy. He's just your rival. This is all about how having a rival, can make you better in every way, which is another thing. What makes all sports animes really great is when you don't have an enemy, you have a rival to strive you to be the best. But I just wish we had more of Sasajima and his relationship with his brother. But I think you hit it on the head when it's just like that's probably what happened. Sasajima eventually they stopped being rivals, and then the gap between them became way too large, and it forced the brother to quit. And so Sasajima's goal is to try to bring him back because it's not about it's not about the quiz. It's about having someone who inspires you. So he's just trying to get him back into the game.
Yeah.
I really liked how Koshiyama was super excited when he got a rival. Like that, I really enjoyed that.
Oh, at the beginning, the first one.
Yeah, when what's his name? Is that who's the guy from the other school?
Mikuria?
Mikuria?
His rival? Koshiyama's rival?
Yeah, where he's like, revenge. Like, you and me were rivals now. And he's like, what? Awesome. I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that part.
And then he
rivals.
went. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, Jake, you had a rival, right?
Yeah, in track.
Did he was he your friend overall, or how does that even happen? Because I don't think I've ever had a rival. Kobe, have you had a rival before?
No, not really. I haven't done enough sports to really have rivals. Every sport I did, people were just vastly better than me. So they was just, it's fine there.
Yeah, tell us about rivalries, Jake.
Well, with Chris, that was his name. Me and him were friendly, at practices and stuff. We'd talk, but we'd never really hung out outside of track practices. And in track practices, it was kind of like one of those ones where one day one of us would work harder than the other, and kind of be uppity about it. Kind of why'd you finish slower today? And you kind of be like, oh, I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Because we're supposed to be on the same level. Mm-hmm. And so the next day I'd finish doing our 5 mile run first. And I'd be like, whoa, man, what happened? Did you have a hard time on that uphill? And he'd be like, oh yeah, all right, well, whatever. And then he'd finish the next day faster than I did. And he's like, oh yeah, that left turn was a pretty tough, man, blah, blah, blah. And so it was kind of
got passive aggressive? Rivalry?
Well, not passive aggressive. The weird part was these things we were saying weren't dick moves. It wasn't a small incline. It was a really big incline, and it'd be oh, and we'd help each other out, but we'd be very superior about it. So oh yeah, when you're up on those inclines, you're gonna want to take shorter steps. Oh really? Oh thanks, man. Yeah. And you're like I knew that, but I didn't do it. But he's right.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. So who initiated this rivalry then? Was it you or Chris?
It was me unknowingly, because Chris was a year older than me, and I started and he had always been the number 2 guy. And so one day we were running, and this was my second year, and as we were just on doing our regular workout, our best runner was way ahead of us. And I kind of just was a little behind Chris. And I went, oh, well, I'll run up. It's always nice to run next to a person. So then I ran next to Chris. And then Chris would kind of speed it up, and then I'd follow. And then I kept speeding up. And then next thing you know, we see the guy who's way ahead of us. And we're like, why do we see him now? And why were we really tired? Oh, we've been trying to pass each other this entire time.
That's pretty hilarious. So, you just wanted to run next to him just to, maybe chill, maybe have a little conversation while you're running, and then he just took that as a challenge and started running ahead.
Yeah.
And you're like, how dare you?
And you kept trying to catch up, trying to have a friendly conversation.
Yeah, I kept going like, oh wait, and then it finally like kind of hit its peak the end of my sophomore year, where I beat him in a race. We both PR'd, like, which is personal record in our mile, and I beat him.
Ooh,
And
nice.
It was kind of like one of those ones where he like looked at me and he went like, well, good job, man. Like, I didn't even know that was you.
Oh, that's funny. Did you tell him like, hey man, you gotta pace yourself more next time? And then you never raced him again.
Yeah, no, I told him that like, oh yeah, man, like if I run those last 200 meters like they're like I'm fresh. Like you don't want to be within eyesight of me in 200 meters. And he's like, I'll keep that in mind.
He's kept it in mind ever since, plotting his revenge.
Even like when I see him in town, he's always 300 meters ahead of me. It's really weird.
That's pretty funny. Do you still talk? Do you still interact with him? Do you know what he's up to? What is Chris up to?
He's a doctor now, so
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dang.
Damn.
He really wanted to pass you.
Yeah, he was like, all right, you passed me that one time in high school in a track race. I'm gonna pass you in life.
I didn't even want to be a doctor. I'm doing it just to spite you.
Yeah, he's got like a picture of you on his wall. He's like, this guy. Be 200 meters of this guy.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. It really made like track practices interesting, and it definitely made me have fond memories of track.
That's a really nice story, Jake. Thank you for sharing. I like that.
Man, I wish we had cool rivalry stories like that.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Nah.
I have no rival. No. I can't even make one up. I was about to, and then I was like, nah, I can't. I got no elements.
Yeah, I had a rival. Smitty von Smitty Pants was my rival in second grade. That sort of thing. Yeah, we both every day got in line to get juice boxes, and that's where it started. We liked apple tree, but at school they served this name brand generic one, so we always try to beat each other to get to the front of the line in order to get treetop. But then I, of course, kind of carried over where it's like we were racing to get to the front of the line, and then we started racing to class to see who could get there first, and then we started just racing in general. So we decided to join the track team in our second grade class. Just because we loved racing so much, and then that spilled over into a rivalry that's still going to this day.
You guys are running at this very moment.
Yeah, I'm always running.
And that's a strong rivalry.
Yeah,
That's a very strong rivalry.
I feel like I need that story now. I have a rival. His name is Bob Smith, and I never saw Bob Smith's face. I only saw his feet in the bathroom stall next to me.
Okay.
Every day we'd go to the bathroom stall, 11:45 a.m., and we'd see you take the fattest dump. Yeah. To this day, I'm on the toilet, and we Skyped me.
Skyped you, but you still don't see him because he just Skyped you with his feet because you never saw his face.
Yeah, you got to keep it authentic. You don't want the rivalry to get fake. You wanna keep it to its roots.
Right. So three very equal rivalries.
Yes.
Throughout
all the same and all very real.
All very real in the same way. So how do these rivalries? So overall, the message is rivalries are good. That they make us better, which is something I think the show does really well. Talks about how rivalries just make everything just a little bit stronger and better, especially in the world of Quiz Bowl.
I guess
everyone benefits from having a rival. And you kind of see that with when the third club member, who I can't remember because I thought he was kind of pointless, the otaku one.
Yeah, totally pointless character.
When he gets teamed up with the otaku from the other school, and they kind of develop the budding rivalry between those two.
Yeah, that would have been nice if I would have liked that character way more if they actually did anything with him. Like sure that him pairing with the other otaku was kind of fun, but he still never seemed to have a really like big growth. And he's actually a character that's really interesting. I think just on a character-wise, maybe not more interesting than Koshiyama, but I like the fact that he's joining Quiz Bowl with only like a very specific knowledge of like anime idols. And then, I wanted to see him actually try to study, and, I guess math questions, and to try to study other stuff and how he feels next to someone like Koshiyama and Fukami, who are just, already known beasts of Quiz Bowl. Like, how does that affect him? How does that affect his role on the team? And what's he going to do to become stronger? And they didn't do anything with his character. It makes me sad.
I think Inoue's role, I don't know if I pronounced it right, Daisuke Inoue, I think that's his name. I always saw him as kind of like comic relief, but also like audience stand-in, because like every other person or every other character in the show is fairly good at Quiz Bowl. They know the trivia questions, but I mean, think about it. Your average anime viewer, they know their anime idols and they're good at math. Boom, Daisuke Inoue. Maybe he's the guy. He's like the point of view character. Like, what's this thing? He's the guy that has to ask the questions. So that's pretty much his role, I think.
Even then, but then they should have given him at least something more to do. I can't remember anything really defining from those first few episodes besides him getting that like one math question.
Also, he joins the club because of Fukami. He joins the club because of the cute girl, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's girl crazy. Because he even has a thing for Sasajima's sister.
I mean, who doesn't? Am I right?
She was cute. She has the accent. She has that weird way of talking.
She's a better voice actress than Fukami, who I liked her voice actress. I thought she was good, but she sounded like a 40-year-old woman. Like she sounded
I thought
much.
Fukami was deaf.
She just sounds different, right? Like she sounds like it's.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that noticed that. Like from the very beginning, like I kind of got used to it as the show got on, but from the very moment she started talking, she just sounded like muffled. Like her mic. Like, it's like she was using a different microphone from everyone else in the anime industry.
Yeah.
Like, not just the show. Like, she's, like, recording in, like, a closet or something.
Yeah.
Like, often, like, she's, like, I don't know.
She's recording in one of those tubes, like
Yeah.
the pods that they
Yeah.
have in Japan.
Yeah. She's recording from her, like, hotel room or something. But, yeah, she sounds very strange. I can't put my finger on it, but...
Jake thought she was deaf.
Yeah, deaf is a very good way to put it, yeah.
I just watched A Silent Voice, which is a pretty good anime movie. It's on Netflix right now. And one of the characters is deaf. And I don't know if it was just because it's so recent I'd watched it at the same time, but I was like, I swear she sounds the same.
Yeah. No, I've seen that movie too. And yeah, they both kind of have like that really deep voice.
Uh-huh.
Deep, muffled voice. With that in mind, Fukami or Sasajima?
Sasajima.
Boy
Boy or girl.
Yeah,
Sasajima.
boy or girl, both the Sasajima family. I would say I liked Fukami, I guess, a lot at the beginning. I liked that dedication and her drive. To me, she was like she was kind of like a smarter Chihaya from Chihara Faru, because like she had that same passion for this a lot and had to do something really good to focus on it. And she had excellent hearing because by cupping your hand over your ear. But then again, they just didn't have much to do with her at the end of the story, which like I get, because just the way Quiz Bowl is set up, you can't have all the characters have their own type of thing, because you got to have them kind of lose a little bit here and there. So they couldn't give her a really satisfying arc at the end because you had to focus on Koshiyama and Mikuria. But at the beginning there, I was like, man, I'm going to really like this because I really like Fukami a lot. But I guess still Sasajima is still, boy or girl, still better for me.
I was really hoping for like some kind of conflict between Fukami and Sasajima, the president. Because there seemed to be some inner conflict there when he learned that Sasajima was potentially responsible for her brother quitting. But then she kind of like rallied in that same episode and was like, fuck it, I love Quiz Bowl. But I wish that there was like some lingering tension there, like, ooh.
And that would have been a great sorry.
Sorry, I was going to say, I just imagine that being the beginning of the next arc is a conflict between her and him.
Yeah, I was saying, because that'll make a great final character, because like a nice running, like, not gag, but a running theme throughout the show is Fukami really, like, whenever Sasajimi does anything, Fukami's like, wow, our senpai is so cool. Like, she really looks up to him and reveres him. So you're right, some tension at the beginning. I wanted it at the end of the season, but Jake's probably right. It's like better at the start of next season. Would have been really cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think they easily could have like teased it though, even during this season. So a short little scene where she looks at Sasajima and there's that look on her face, like, ooh, I don't know about this guy anymore. And I guess another thing that I wanted revealed. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't reveal it in the first season anyways, but I want to see Sasajima with his glasses off. Yeah.
Dude, he needs to get some tape for those glasses or something, because literally every scene of his, he's pushing them up. Like, I get that. That's like the anime character trope to do that, but every time he's pushing them up.
Well, like you saw him when he's not wearing his like school glasses, he has those like swirly otaku glasses from like old school anime at home.
Oh, they're swirly? Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he was sitting at home and he's like, so like I just imagine him having like that horrible like English dub voice actor from like the 90s who did every character like that. And just like, oh, so this is what it's gonna happen.
Oh, it'd be so bad. You know, I wish, actually, throughout watching the show, the one thing I wish more than anything was that I was watching the English dub of it. I usually don't mind subs, but I think the questions would be at least kind of different to answer. Or like, actually, I would have felt like more of a chance. I wouldn't have answered any of them, but like, to be part of this question writing thing, it was weird to like keep reading and then going up to like trying to read the whole question, because they kept asking part of the question, and people like us, who don't understand Japanese, knew what it was saying. We had to read and then look up, which was like just a weird concept. So I would have really liked to see an English dub of this.
Yeah, I totally agree. I wonder how much more enjoyable this would have been if it felt like we were actually participating in the quiz show along with the characters, because I feel like that's a lot of the appeal of this show. And it's just sort of completely lost in translation to the West because of the fact that they had to sub it. And yeah, you see the whole question right there in front of the screen, as opposed to, and this is actually a cool thing they do in the show, is they have like this box shows up, and the text kind of scrolls along it. That would have been really cool to experience. Yeah, I agree.
Well, something here, and since both of you guys have watched Chihaya Faru, I know, Jeff, you've only seen the first season, but like you have to admit, a lot of the Quiz Bowl stuff very similar to how they play karate in Chihaya Faru, where they hear a certain syllable or certain word and then try to predict the rest based off, like for Chihaya Faru, it's based off of like what cards are left. But in Quiz Bowl, it's based off of like emphasis on certain words as well as
question structure.
So I just really like that the prediction game, like where people could answer questions solely based off the first word said.
Yeah, and Fukami even like moves the hair out of her ear, and doesn't Chihaya do that too? Where like they both try to listen really intently.
Yeah,
and that's like their thing.
Yeah, she cups her ear to try and hear.
Yeah. So this is basically Chihaya Faru, like kind of the watered down version of it, I guess.
I think I texted Coby, I think after I watched the first episode, and went, it's Chihaya Faru mixed with Jeopardy.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then because they talk about that, they even compare it to Karate in that episode, where it's just like it's very similar. And I like that element of it in terms of like all these characters, like Koshiyama is a prime example of this. Like all these characters know the answers to it, but it's about how you play the game in order to get to the answer itself. Like when you want to buzz in, or how you want to think about it, where the question is in terms of the round. Like if it's a beginning question, it's probably going to be easy. If it's the final round, it's going to be difficult. Stuff like that, which made and the ever-changing rules of Quiz Bowl just kept it really interesting to me, because as they said, it's like Quiz Bowl is very loose. Like you can make up any way you want to play, really. Like whoever's hosting it can make up their rules and the rounds for how they proceed, and then everyone just kind of accepts it, which is just a cool ever-changing aspect of the game, which again highlights how it's so different than just a quiz anime, because it's so much more than what I originally expected.
Yeah, or even different from a sports anime in general, where in a sport, it's the same sport, same rules. Probably the only variation is the strategies or the ways that the different teams play. In this one, it's generally the same thing, I guess, but the way in which you win and the format of the competitions kind of changes. Well, it changes the way you win, essentially. It changes, like, with the priorities, maybe the priorities to buzz in faster, or the priorities to get the whole question right, that kind of thing. So yeah, I enjoy that aspect of it as well. I want to talk a little bit about Sonohara, the boy. The boy he cross-dresses as a girl. And Jake, you were talking about, you didn't really care about like the I guess his personal character development. But I have to say, I kind of liked where we were going with his character too. you can kind of see that he was gonna like grow as a person, like because he already has a lot of potential in the game. And I like the fact that he's like kind of like a wild card trickster type that doesn't rely so much on knowing the answers, but relies on unorthodox ways of getting the points that he needs to win, or kind of plays psychological mind games with the other players because he likes to do it. I think that's a nice third or secondary rival to kind of round out the cast. And I'm generally a fan of characters that are like kind of like they're like dicks, but then they turn into better people, but they still have that dickish sides to them, if that makes any sense. Like I wanted to see a version of Sonohara that would still use tricks to win the game, but actually knows how to play like the game normally, if that makes sense, and is, who can stand toe to toe with these other people, but because he's willing to go and do these different strategies, that he's able to actually like edge them out in his own way. I was looking forward to seeing that kind of version of the character.
Well, I would have liked him more if he was unorthodox and had more of like a Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh personality, where he was like a smart dick.
Screw the rules.
He's just like, when he like burns the question that one time because like everyone knows the question, but if he did that, then no one could answer it. So he like burns the points.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, that'd be cool, but he does it like, he's like, oh, guess I don't know it, teehee. And I'm like, ugh. Like, but if he did that and just was like, now no one gets to do it, I would have been I thought I would have liked that better, because I like thinking outside the box play. Like the buzzer thing, like when they push the two buzzers together, I was like, that's smart. But I didn't like how the entire time he's like, now we just gotta press our buzzers together. I don't like your personality at all.
Yeah, he's definitely a creep. For sure.
The only thing that takes away from, I guess, if he's more of a dick boss character, kind of outside the box thinkers, that ruins the surprise it's supposed to be when he comes on. Just like, do I buzz in now? How do I play this game? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm here to have fun. And then he proves to be actually pretty ruthless. I guess you lose that element of it. But what I was thinking while you're saying that is, you know what? And I think I would have liked this more. I wonder what the anime would have looked like if Sonohara replaced Inao and was like the third member of the team. Like, because we agreed that Inao didn't really do a whole lot to the story besides being kind of more an audience representative. But I wanted to see Fukami, Koshiyama, and Sonohara all on a team together. I think that would have created some good conflict. We would got to know a little bit more about Sonohara and his playing style, and then contrast it more with Fukami's very righteous, very by the rules playing style with Koshiyama in the middle, learning the game and deciding how he wants to play his own version of it. I kind of want to see that story.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We should write that anime too. This is another bullet point to let's write an anime.
Perfect. But I guess you would have lost out on the whole sister. Because then it's just the only thing you cut out is like the sister stuff, because like his relationship with his sister was I guess a big point of that.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, I guess speaking of just female characters, like I kind of like how that the anime gave you a little bit of a window into every team's life. Like it didn't just revolve around Koshiyama and his team. It kind of shows you a little bit about what was going on, and like for example, that Christian girls' school. They showed you a little bit about what was going on, and like Kaijo, I think the name is the top dog school. Sounds pretty cool.
Sure, yeah. You distinguish them. There's blue tracksuit wearing super school. There's brown suit wearing.
Oh, he died.
He did.
Yeah, brown suit wearing nerds, and then there's the green jacketed dude who looked like he was going to be way more important than he actually was.
Yeah, he was just from casual school where they wear casual clothes to outside events.
He's like a big part of like the credits too, and like I don't remember anything about this guy.
Maybe he plays like a bigger role. Like, I feel like a lot. This kind of reminded me of like a shonen anime. I feel like a big shonen trope is to have a tournament arc, and the people who are big in the tournament become part of future plot lines. Like, not necessarily immediately, but eventually they'll do more stuff. And I feel like he was one of those characters. Like, where he's like, oh, well, you know what? And then they go to, like, a place hosted by his school, or he goes to another one, and they're like, wait a minute, didn't he finish what place did he finish in? And they're like, third or something like that.
Yeah. He's the cool guy suddenly.
And he's like really lax about it. He's like, I just answer the cool questions. Like, what is the trick on a skateboard where you spin in a full circle? And he's like, he's like, a 180.
Yeah, that's him. You nailed it.
Yeah. You're the guy.
Also, that'd be a 360.
Yeah, not 180. So he answers incorrectly.
They give him the points anyways.
Because he's so cool. Because none of them know it either. They're like, oh, he must be right. It's clearly 180.
Yeah.
They're like, wait a minute. What 180 will be? Shut up. Don't question him.
He's so cool.
He's a cool guy. He's Chad Kun. Oh, Chad Kun.
The Virgin Koshiyama versus the Chad Kun.
Yeah, let's add that. Let's write an anime on that one too.
Okay, chalk it
He's
up
the
to
main
the list.
character.
Yep.
And I guess Fukami, it's nice that she has like a friend outside of the team, another female, I guess. It is cool. They have a soft rivalry a bit.
It was like more friends because it looked like when they first met, they're like, "Oh, she was here and at our school, and I beat her. Are we going to be enemies?" And they're like, "Oh, hi, what's up?" And they're like, "Oh, you're still doing Quiz Bowl? That's cool." And they're like, "Cool." And then
they hang out.
And they hang out, and they're friends again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made it sound like they had like a messed up goodbye, but in reality, it was just like, yeah, I got into the school and you didn't. Sorry. It's like, oh no, I have no hard feelings about that. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Can we hang out? Yeah.
Let's work at a maid cafe. Boop. Two broke girls.
That's the plot of that, right?
Anime Two Broke Girls. But yeah, that would have been interesting. I think they definitely should have gone for a rivalry with her and the other chick, and why not? The whole show's about rivalries apparently, so you might as well toss in another one. Toss in a rivalry between the girls. Yeah, that's right. Put that down.
Rivalries between girls. Got it.
Okay, so if there was a local quiz bowl team, let's say you were in high school or college or even now, would you join it because of this anime?
It's there's this video game bar that I live next to, and I actually asked them if they have a trivia night, and they do one every other Wednesday. So
now you're gonna go every other Wednesday now.
Makes me want to go. I've only been to like 2 trivia nights, and they were both with Coby.
What was the other one? I remember he came down, Jeff, when we did like a Rick and Morty trivia night. Like it was the same weekend.
It's funny enough, I did one recently as well.
With Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Name all the rides in the intestines.
That was one of the questions, and I don't remember any of them. One of them was like Jurassic something.
Jurassic Spleen?
Sure.
No, it's Pirates of the
Pancreas. And it's real politically correct, Morty, because there's they're really accurate.
Nice.
And then the other one was in Reno, Coby, when we went to the one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But
welcome to Anime Ricochet, where we reminisce about our friendship.
Yeah, did it. Nice little walk down memory lane. No, but I want to do more trivia nights because I had fun yelling at the TV to to try to answer questions, especially when I'd only get like 3 words of the question. I'm like, and then it'd be, it's a what if question, this, and then I get it wrong, and then I have to rewind the part because I was completely ignoring what the character was thinking because I was thinking.
Yeah.
And so
you were into it.
Yeah, I was really into it, and I even actually started watching some Jeopardy on Netflix. Just so, it definitely reinvigorated my interest in trivia. So I would go to more trivia nights, and if there was a Quiz Bowl circle, I think I would try to get into it, fail that written quiz exam, and then be like, well, not for me.
What about you, Jeff?
Nah.
No quiz didn't spark your enthusiasm for it?
Nah. I mean, like I said, I mostly just do, the pub quizzes for the social aspect. And when I would never be able to take it as competitively or as seriously as what is seen in this anime for sure. So for me to spend any time on that pretending like I'm into it, I don't think I'd just be dragging everyone back essentially.
Okay.
But I mean, I enjoy watching trivia. Like I do enjoy watching Jeopardy. I think it's a pretty fun show. But it wouldn't be the first show I'd pick if it was on, if we were on like what channel is it on? NBC or something like that?
ABC.
ABC. I'd probably just wait till Price is Right or something. Although then again, it does come on like before Price is Right. Yeah, forget it. I'll watch Jeopardy.
Yeah, got him.
Yay.
Can we talk about criticisms of the show now?
Yeah.
Wait, Kobe, you didn't say if you'd join it.
Oh, yeah.
No, we know.
Yeah, I know. I
We
joined one.
He's the Quiz King,
I'm the Quiz King.
and I'm Quiz King too.
And we're the Royal Cupper. And Jake's counselor.
Counselor.
Counselor!
That's his counselor right there.
Yep.
Counselor, give us some counsel.
Counselor.
Yes, very good, very good.
I will say that the thing that I don't think I liked so much about this is how, and they do have to do this in animes a lot. It's like when they introduce Makuria, he seems like unstoppable. The way he buzzes in so quickly and does everything. And like he gets every question and is just a beast at it. And for one, it's like I kind of get why he's like Koshiyama is going to be my rival because he blurted out like, because he's intelligent, but the reason behind it, because he blurts out one question that he didn't know, automatically makes Makuria like fascinated with him. It's like revenge, rivalry. So I didn't buy that element so much. And then near the end, where it seemed like him and Koshiyama were like on a very similar level in terms of everything, and then Makuria could like barely buzz in against the big dogs, which again I get because he's a young kid versus all these good kids, but like in the beginning, he's established as this like really big threat that like cannot be beaten. And then, he's just not at the end. But that's just something that rubbed me the wrong way.
Criticisms. My biggest criticism, I'll probably forget about this show soon. I liked it, but I'd say it's solid. And that's, I think, I guess average is maybe the better word. It's like a show that doesn't do anything spectacularly well, but also doesn't do anything spectacularly bad. So, in a sense, it's very not, like, unnoteworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it. Yeah, that's my main criticism, I guess.
Okay.
Well, I have nothing else to say in the spoiler section.
Yeah, we can exit spoiler section.
I'm good to exit.
All right, let's exit spoiler section in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're out of spoiler section. We're back in the broad daylight, and
The light, it burns.
yes, our skin is burning away. I think now it's time to name our MVP of the show. Jake, who's your MVP?
My MVP is... I already forgot his name. How good of an
Nice
could it be?
MVP.
No, Sasajima, the club president.
Because he's a badass?
Because he's so cool.
Because he truly loves Quiz Bowl, and he loves it enough to inspire his underclassmen, which is needed in a leader. And one, he's also talented at it, which is also really cool to see. And I just love hidden powerhouse characters, like how that first tournament kind of establishes the power rankings, and just where he falls on that is something that's really cool to see. So for me, I just really enjoyed every moment he was on screen.
Okay.
Kobe?
I'm actually going to give it to Sonohara, to be honest with you, even though his voice and shtick was a little bit annoying. I liked the wild card aspect he presented to the game about when, because Jeff and I, we've talked about that before, like a good rival showing up or like a good enemy elevates a sports anime like this. So Sonohara coming in with his own separate playing style and kind of de-establishing the rules that were so very focused on at the beginning was an interesting, changed things up a whole lot in the show for the final stretch of things. So that's why Sonohara is my MVP.
Damn it, Kobe. Sonohara is my MVP too.
Haha, but I said it first, so now you're copying me.
Yeah,
Wow, Jeff, get an original idea.
I am Quiz King too. Yeah, I'm gonna say Sonohara as well for all the reasons that you mentioned, but also he's not a character that I expected to see in this anime. I just did not think that there would be this kind of trickster-like dude in this show, and I appreciate him for it. I think he really makes this, really elevates this show to where it's not just about answering quiz questions and stuff like that. It's all about being clever, being smart, playing the game, and that's why he's my MVP. And with that, I guess we're gonna give our final review, even though we gave a short review in the beginning, just to cap it off. I don't think we have to like reiterate ourselves too much here. I'll start off. I'll say I like this show, but in the end, it's very forgettable. It's kind of average, doesn't really do anything special, and it's not terrible either. And that's that to me. That's like anime purgatory. You know, it's not really good enough to get to the next level, but it's not bad enough to get to the level below it. So I'm not gonna remember this show, unfortunately. So I can't say I really recommend it unless you really love trivia. That's the only person I'd recommend it to. All right, take it away. Fastest finger first.
Jake?
Very similar to what Jeff said and what I said previously. This show is gonna be right down the middle of on a ranking system. I'd say it was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It's not in my top anime. I'm not gonna recommend it to anyone except for probably DJ, just because DJ really does love trivia, and I think that this is a good way to really capture that competitive aspect that trivia can hit. But I can't see other people who aren't really into trivia enjoying themselves all that much. Like, in fact, I perused some of the My Anime list reviews, and people who were giving it like 3s and 2s because they just don't like trivia. And so, like, I guess it just doesn't really hold up at all as a standalone show outside of the trivia. So, yeah, if you like trivia, watch it. If you don't, I recommend staying away from it.
Okay. Overall, this was a show that I liked because already going into it, I loved quiz trivia in general. So for the show to kind of reiterate and expand upon how sometimes it's not always about what you know, but it's about how you play and how fast you can buzz in because you're surrounded by people who also know the answers, was a really interesting element to me. Compare that to the way it hammered home the idea of rivalry, along with how Koshiyama finding friendship in a group that he could participate in made this a really fun anime to watch against the backdrop of a sport. And I totally believe it's a sport now after this, watching them play, that I really like.
Okay. I guess that'll do it.
Wait, but as Quiz King, actually before we started recording, I wrote out some quiz questions. That I wanted for you three. They're very easy-esque anime questions, but as the show taught us, it's not about answering them. It's like correctly, because I'm sure you guys know all these answers, about who can answer it the fastest.
Shit.
Okay, damn.
All right.
On the spot quiz show.
On the spot quiz show.
Are we doing the buzz thing?
Yeah, say buzz, I guess.
Do you have a determining point in your questions?
They are. Some of these questions, a lot of them have, determining points.
Okay.
They all have one answer. So some of them will be like a list of things where, you know, if you hear two of them, you can get the last one, like that sort of thing.
All right.
So some of them don't have that, and only some of them do. But it's just, again, let's see who can answer the fastest.
Shit, my heart is racing.
I know. I'm anxious. I'm all jumpy.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Okay, so just say buzz, I guess, if you want to buzz in, or not, because it may take me reading the whole question. Anyway, okay, right. First one. In Yu-Gi-Oh, the 3 Egyptian god cards are obelisk.
Buzz. Oh shit! I went too early.
Yeah, you did. Jeff. The determining point was the second god card.
All right. I'm gonna go with. Ooh, is it Obelisk a Tormentor?
He was saying Obelisk. That
was the first one I said.
Shit! I'm terrible at quiz bowl.
The last one. So
all right, go ahead, read the rest of it.
The whole question was, in Yu-Gi-Oh, the 3 Egyptian god cards are Obelisk the Tormentor, Slifer the Sky Dragon, and
the Wing God of Ra, or the Wing God of Ra.
Winged Dragon of Ra, but it doesn't
Winged
matter because
Dragon.
Jeff did not get that.
See, Kobe,
I was gonna guess that next.
I was gonna buzz after you finished Obelisk the Tormentor before Jeff beat me to it, because I went, oh, no one knows the third one, because I don't know the third one.
I tried to go with the list off because I think when you think of God cards, I think the order that comes to mind to me is Slifer the Sky Dragon, number 1, then Obelisk the Tormentor, and then Ra at the end.
Yeah, because that's the Winged
Damn
Dragon.
it. You know, you're not gonna believe me, but I was thinking Ra. And then I was like, I don't think Ra is his name, so I'm just gonna go with the one that I know. And then I ended up saying the one that you were gonna read
I
anyways.
said.
Yeah, I have a very short memory too. This quiz ball is not for me. But
All right, good. I only have
warm-up
about
question.
that was the warm-up question. Some of them get easier, but that was the determining point. But I don't think did I write these with a lot of determining points? Some of them. I have 2 anime questions, like 2 per each anime. So the second Yu-Gi-Oh question: in
shit.
Yu-Gi-Oh, how many Millennium items are there?
Buzz?
Jeff?
I'm gonna go with 6.
The answer is 7.
Damn it!
I was gonna say 7 because that's my favorite number, with no other thing that led to that. I was.
Damn.
All right.
All right. That's negative 1,000 for me.
Negative 1,000 for Jeff. What is the name of the Dragon Ball Z Super movie that premiered in 20?
Buzz.
Jake.
Ooh.
Broly.
Correct, Amundo.
There's only one Dragon Ball Z Super movie.
Yes.
Damn.
All right. I never watched Dragon Ball Z, so I don't know. I didn't know this
Is it
one.
just called Dragon Ball Z Super Broly?
It's actually just called Dragon Ball. It's Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Yeah.
All right. I'm aware of it.
In Dragon Ball Z, who was the first character to go Super Saiyan?
Yeah.
Jake.
Oh,
Gohan.
That is correct, because the full question
Nice.
was in Dragon
Super
Ball
Saiyan 2.
was the first character to go Super Saiyan 2.
Because Goku goes first character goes Super Saiyan 1 and 3, so it had to have been Gohan because he's the only different one.
nice.
All right.
Now this guy is ready for Quiz Bowl.
I am ready for.
I'm the Inoue Daisuke of the team.
In Naruto, the 3 students in Team 7 at the beginning of the show are Naruto, Satsuki.
Buzz,
Jeff.
Oh,
Sakura.
Yep.
you're lucky Kobe butchered Sasuke.
That's how you pronounce it? Oh, wow.
Damn. That was a pretty good question though, because they both start with
the
Sa.
SA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Alright.
Naruto, whom I don't even know if this is an easy or hard question. In Naruto, whom did Kakashi get his eye from?
Buzz.
Ooh.
That's Jake.
Damn.
Obito.
Correct.
That was close. I feel like we buzzed pretty close.
It was a good. You were right there. Ash's rival Gary had what starter Pokemon?
Buzz. Ah,
Ooh,
fuck.
Jake again.
Squirtle.
Correct.
Yeah. Blastoise is my favorite.
He's mine too.
No fucking way. Hey, did you ever imagine?
fucking way.
You ever imagine the Squirtle squad fully evolving into the Blastoise squad as a kid?
Oh man,
Yeah, and they're all wearing the glasses.
Yeah. Damn, that would have
Yeah.
been sick as shit.
So cool.
that would have been dope as hell. What was Ash's second Pokemon?
Buzz.
Jake.
Caterpie.
Correct.
I know these ones too.
It's not about if you know it, it's about if you can buzz in faster.
I'm just gonna. Okay, fuck it. What else you got? Is there any more? I'm into this
I'm
now.
on board with this. I just want this.
I want anime quiz questions.
I'm about I was about 60% done.
That's still more than I thought you were gonna have. I'm all right.
Only a few. Okay. Scar originates from what country in the Full Metal Alchemist series?
Buzz. Oh shit. Yeah, it's Ishval.
Yes, it is.
I damn it. I was gonna say Ishvalan. I'm like, no, that's the people from it.
That was the first thing I thought of too. Ishvalan.
All right. Which sin kills Lieutenant Hughes in Full Metal?
Buzz.
Ooh. Jake?
Envy.
Correct.
I'm like, sin kills Lieutenant. I know this.
In Gurren Lagann, the population of Earth had to reach what number before
Buzz.
Jeff?
I believe it was 1 million.
Correct.
Yes. Thank you. I got one Gurren Lagann question right. That's all I care
This
about.
one, in Gurren Lagann, how was Kamina related to Simone?
Buzz.
Jeff?
They weren't related by
They're
blood.
not. Ah.
Well, I mean,
Was the answer brother?
Yeah,
Kobe?
it was brother.
They're not. They're not actual brothers.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh, come on, Kobe.
Sorry. No point. Okay, this is the last section is just there's like 3 more, but it's like name the anime from the following characters:
Okay.
Haiji, Kakeru,
Buzz.
Jeff.
Run with the Wind.
Correct.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, is that All Out? Or
I wouldn't choose one I know you guys like. I know you guys both have seen.
Oh, okay.
So name the
Gotcha.
anime from the following characters: Kanadi, Tatsumu, Nishida,
Buzz.
Jeff.
Isn't that the beach girl volleyball one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh shit! Yeah, you just said that, huh?
Here was
Alright,
the final 2 are gonna give it away.
Okay.
Arata, Taichi.
Oh, that's Chia for real.
Yep, but Jeff already buzzed in, so it's a
Dead question.
dead question.
Oh, is that how it works? Shit, I don't even know. I guess it depends. If you like write it down, you get the point or whatever. All right, next one.
Last one. So name the anime from the following characters: Kanazawa, Natsuko, Chayami, Ria, Riona, Kenta.
Oh my god.
They all sound familiar.
But they could be from any anime.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Hold on. Can you say them again?
Are you just googling this shit?
No, because I'm imagining someone say Kenta. And
Kanazawa?
Buzz.
Jeff?
Isn't it Sarah's anime?
No.
Oh shit.
Is it? No, that's Gonta. Never mind. I was gonna.
What were you gonna say?
Dead Man Wonderland.
Nope.
I haven't seen that one.
I guess if you guys, I'll say the names just one more time, just see if you get them. They're very obscure. Their names aren't memorable, so this is the toughest one on there. Kanazawa, Natsuko, Kayami, Ria, Riona, Kenta.
Damn, it just
Tiny
sounds.
sound.
It sounds familiar.
Oh, I know it. It's King's Game.
It is King's Game.
Her name's Chimey, you asshole.
Oh man.
Pronunciations are hard, Jake. Okay, I don't see you writing any questions.
Well, that was
final,
fun.
final score: Jeff with 4, Jake with 6.
Hey,
Well done.
win by 2.
I confer upon you the title of Quiz King 3.
Oh, I was hoping for Quiz Prince.
Sure, if you want that.
Yeah, whatever, man. Fuck
Thanks, Quiz Dads.
Yeah. I wish DJ was here because then it would have been interesting to have 3 people.
Now I just want to play anime trivia.
I know.
Oh
Can
man.
that be a thing?
Sure.
Can Kobe just write anime trivia and then we do this?
I'm down.
Yep.
Jake, you're my rival now.
Jeff got one.
Jeff got a rival, and it's actually the birth of the rivalry. Sure, if you guys want to do this sometimes or anytime, I'll write questions. And
That's
we'll
cool.
do this.
I wouldn't mind writing some questions too.
Sure, you want to write questions? Go for it. Jake, you can write questions too if you want, or you can just play.
I'm all for this. I really like the birth of a new series right here.
Anime trivia.
Let's do it.
Perfect. That sounds great, actually. But,
All right. Okay, now I think that'll do it.
Yeah,
I think
that'll
that's a
do it,
good
yes.
way to end it off. Jake, thank you so much for being on the show. Why don't you tell us about your show, Anime Dumpster Dive?
Totally forgot I had that. On Anime Dumpster Dive, we go in depth on anime that have been considered bad by the anime watching community, mostly based off their My Anime List scores. Just recently, we had Coby on, and we talked about the unwarranted sequel to Handshaker's Wiz, as well as we wrapped up our seasonal anime, which will have a video out soon, which was Rising of the Shield Hero.
Awesome,
Ooh.
awesome.
Great show.
Rising of the Shield Hero, I guess spoiler, might be one of my favorite anime ever.
Wow.
I gotta watch it. I've heard
It's so
I've heard
good.
Nothing
It
but,
really
nothing
is.
but good things.
It is really awesome.
All right, and Kobe, why don't you sign us off?
Sure, you've been listening to this on Nerd Blaze. Thank you so much, Jake, for joining us. As always, go check out his podcast. It's a lot of fun, and his channel. But right here, this is the Nerd Blaze, where we do episode reviews of anime, along with some other stuff. And then we do a lot of fun stuff around here. So like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and look out for a new segment, which is going to be anime trivia. So be on the lookout for that in the future. But thank you all very much, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye.